Welcome to At Home Chef, where along with professional chefs, we prepare and deliver to you select gourmet entrees that you cook and serve in your kitchen at home. You too can be an at-home chef. Greetings, my name is Tom Maroney, and I'm here with Chef Phil Bruning of At Home Chef. And today we're going to be preparing lemon basil chicken with au gratin potatoes and roasted vegetables. Now, I've already started a little bit of butter in the pan, and it all comes pre-portioned to you from At Home Chef. And Phil, you're going to make a roux, is that right?
Yeah, we're going to add a little flour in with the roux, or with the butter. I got melted butter in there already, our pre-portioned butter. We'll just add a little flour, a little bit at a time. Let's get a nice, thick, creamy sauce there. And just keep whisking that in.
Keep it moving.
Yeah.
Phil, a roux is a thickener, correct?
Yes, it's just flour and butter to thicken up sauces and everything. So,
now we're making au gratin. What's the difference between au gratin and scalloped potatoes?
Well, scalloped potatoes don't have any cheese, and it's the nice crust on the top. That's au gratin. Whether you can use breadcrumbs or cheese, either or for the topping. But these, we're just going to use some cheese today. So once you get that roux nice and thick, and you got to cook that flour out of it a little bit so you don't get that floury taste.
Now, I noticed that you're not using all the flour that's supplied to you from At Home Chef, and then that's because it's you kind of pour it in slowly just to get it to the right consistency.
Just, until it's nice and thick. Okay. Once you get that, then you're going to pour some of your milk in. Keep whisking that in there. Not all at once. We're going to get this slowly here so it stays thick. Just want to mix all that roux in there. Keep it so it doesn't get lumpy. So that's the purpose of the whisk. Once that gets nice and warmed up, that's when we add our cheese. Got some cheddar cheese here.
And a little Parmesan.
And a little bit of the Parmesan cheese. Not all of it, because that's what we're going to use for the topping. Get that nice brown crust. So you just put a little bit in there, about half or so. And then just keep this warming up until all that cheese is melted. And at this point, you can season with a little salt and pepper.
Now, once again, you don't want to use all the salt and pepper.
No.
Because it's just
all
seasoned
to
taste.
Yes. Okay. Get a nice, thick, cheesy, creamy sauce for those potatoes. And I've sprayed our bakeware with, any non-stick cooking spray.
Any non-stick spray.
And then put the potatoes in there, and you're just going to pour this creamy sauce right over the top of it. Okay. That's all melted.
Oh, that looks nice.
Cheddar's getting nice and melted there. Pour that sauce over your potatoes. And then top with the rest of that Parmesan cheese. And then it'll get nice and brown, and that cheese sauce will be nice and bubbly when we're done. You put that in your preheated oven at 350 for about 20-25 minutes. And we can put these roasted vegetables in there in a bowl. We're going to take a little of the olive oil, just about 2 tablespoons. A little bit of that salt and pepper. Right in there. Then we got a little pack of fresh herbs for them at home. All pre-portioned and ready to go from At Home Chef. We take all the prep work out for you. So we're going to put a little of those fresh herbs in there. And then we just got our cut up, ready to go bag of vegetables here for you. And just simply toss it so we get them all nice and covered with that olive oil and seasoning and the herbs. And then you can put those onto a cookie sheet or a little roasting pan like we got here.
You kind of want them to be spread out a little bit.
Yeah, you want them nice even layer, one flat layer.
Okay.
And we can put both of those in the oven at the same time here. So we'll put our roasted vegetables in and our au gratin potatoes. And like I said, that's at 350.
And I see that's on the center rack.
Yeah, right in the middle. It's where you get the most heat, most central heat. It's just stays the same temperature there the best. And we will leave those sit for about 10-15 minutes. We'll check them and then we'll get the chicken going.
We'll move on to the lemon basil chicken, right?
Absolutely.
Great. All right, Chef, it's been about 15 minutes, 20 minutes. We're ready to take our roasted vegetables and our gratin potatoes out.
Well, we're going to let them finish off a few more minutes while we get the chicken going. The chicken will take pretty quick, so we're going to get a medium heat on that. Get some olive oil in there. Just a little, about a tablespoon or so. Olive oil. While that's heating up, we're going to drop our garlic in there. All minced up, ready to go. And our lemon rind. Drop those guys in there.
You can smell the lemon.
Yeah.
Now, you use the skin of the lemon, correct? And you try to leave the pith off of it?
Yeah, I just took a slicer and just sliced off the lemon. I like to keep them big like that.
That's where all the flavor is.
Oh yeah, and the oils in that peel, yeah. So and with that oil, it'll really bring out and soak that lemon flavor into the oil there, and then, you know, cook our chicken in that. So while that's heating up a little bit on a low heat, I'm going to dump our chicken onto a plate. Make sure it's good and dry with a paper towel. And we're going to season both sides of that. A little salt and pepper. And then I'll season the other side when we put it in there. Alright, after we get that seasoned, we're going to pull our chicken, put our seasoned side down. You can turn that heat up a little bit now to a little higher heat, and then it'll start to sizzle.
Okay.
And just about 4 minutes on each side. Get a good crisp on it. And those lemon rinds are just really letting all their flavor out into that hot oil.
Smell that now.
Yeah, and the garlic. So while that's getting ready to get sizzled up, put a little salt and pepper on that side. And we got our white wine here that we will, and there we go. And our fresh basil. Now basil is very delicate, that's why we give it to you whole at home. Because if we chopped it up, it would go bad really quick. So we're going to give you whole leaves, and you're just going to tear them up and put them in there after we flip the chicken here. Swirl that oil around a little bit. We'll take a peek at our, oh, and that's looking beautiful. See that nice golden brown on
It's a bubbling.
That cheese sauce is bubbly, and we got a nice brown on our roasted vegetables. Starting to get a little color on that chicken. You can really smell that
Flip
color.
that after about 4 minutes now. Now's the time when we take our fresh basil and tear it up and just drop it on the chicken.
Yep, that's right. Take our fresh basil. Just give it, put it in a nice little pile, those leaves, and give it a tear.
Oh yeah.
Nothing like the smell of fresh herbs.
I noticed you didn't put any more salt and pepper on there. That's just a taste. I remind everybody of that. You don't need to use all the salt and pepper that's sent with the meal.
So here's where you want to look at that other side, getting a little brown on that side. We're going to dump a little white wine in there. You can just let those juices, that wine and that lemon juice, reduce down a little bit too.
Now, to be sure that chicken is cooked properly, you should be able to see the juices run clear.
Run clear. 165 internal temperature for 15 seconds.
And today we've learned how to bake lemon basil chicken with roasted vegetables and au gratin potatoes. You too can be an at-home chef.